If you want to have your own smart home at home independent of any cloud and any service, your smart home fully owned by you, that you have full control over it and it works without access to internet, you probably were thinking about hosting Home Assistant. But if you don't know how to start, this is a dedicated device for hosting Home Assistant. This is a Home Assistant Green engineered by Nabukasa, a computer created for hosting Home Assistant, prepared to make it really easy to start, even if you don't know how to do it. With this computer, you can really easily host Home Assistant at your home. And I will show you what is in the box and how to configure it to have your own Home Assistant. And Seed Studio also has many other devices that can work with Home Assistant, like this reTerminal that I've configured to show some information from Home Assistant. And also I have buttons that, using the touch screen, I can control my home. I have a dedicated video about this device on my channel, and with Home Assistant hosted on this Home Assistant Green, we'll also be able to connect control panels like this to it and have a fully local control panel for your Home Assistant. Start by unboxing it. Here we have a sticker, powered by Home Assistant. Hello, this is Home Assistant Green. Here we have a quick start guide. You can see there are only 4 steps. It is really easy to set up. Warranty and safety information. Here is the main computer. It is quite small with a transparent body and a metal heatsink on the bottom. We have the power supply, and here we have the available adapters. Depending on your country, you can select the one that you need. And right here, put it in, and we have 2 arrows, lock and open. If I press the button, I can switch it to the other end and lock it again. This is a 12-volt, 1-amp power supply, but this computer doesn't use 12 watts. It uses 1.7 watts at idle and 3 watts under load. So you want it to use as little energy as possible, because every additional watt multiplied by a full year of operation can generate additional costs. So this computer was designed to use as little energy as possible, so running it for a full year will cost as little as possible. This is an important thing, and they thought about it. But it also has 2 USB-A ports, and they support 5 volts and up to 2 amps of total output. So if you need to power additional dongles, it can support the necessary power for them. And above the ports, here we have this DC input and 2 USB-A 2.0 ports. And for SmartThings, 2.0 is often better than 3.0 because it has less noise and dongles work better with 2.0 ports. Here we have an HDMI output, but it is only for diagnostics. You don't want to use it. You don't need it. You control Home Assistant through the website and through the mobile app. You don't use this port. Here we have a micro SD slot for restoring systems, so you don't want to use this either. Here we have a button and an Ethernet port, and you want to connect your server via an Ethernet cable, not via Wi-Fi. Because if the server were to lose its Wi-Fi connection, then many things in your home would stop working, so you want your server to be connected by cable. And the cable is provided in the box. So you have everything you need to get started in the box, and this is a category 5E cable. On the bottom we have 4 screws. So let's open this device because this is our server. We can do whatever we want with it. Here we have a slot for a CR2032 battery, probably for the clock. So if it were disconnected from power, it would remember the time without needing to connect to the internet. Here we have debug ports. Here we have the name, Home Assistant Green, and this is the bottom. Here is a thermal pad for cooling the chip. And here we have the official Home Assistant logo and text on the bottom of the plate. It can be easily opened if you want to. Let's put it back. I will turn it on and configure it. 4 screws and it is back in its case. So let's turn it on. Here we have this guide. Connect the Ethernet cable. Connect the power supply. Look at the LED. The yellow light should start blinking regularly. And you can download the mobile app or open the website on your computer. Really easy. Let's connect the first cable. Let's connect the second cable. And now let's wait for the LED to start blinking yellow. Normally you would connect to the website at this address or use the mobile app. But because I already have another Home Assistant server running in my house, I will connect to this Home Assistant Green using its IP address, not the domain. Here we have the default configuration page. So let's just create my smart home. Let's name it YouTube Smart, for example. The username we will use to log into this Home Assistant as an admin. We have a password, confirm password, and let's create the default admin account. We can set the location of our home, which we can later use for automations. For example, when we return home based on the position of our smartphone. But if you don't want to, you can just press Next. Here you can select the country, so it will automatically select the correct units. Here we can select what information we would like to send to Home Assistant to help them with developing Home Assistant. We can send information about our system, how we use Home Assistant, and use statistical data and diagnostics. You can choose what you want to send, but you don't have to send anything to them. This is your smart home. You can choose what you want to do. It automatically detected the Wi-Fi devices in my home, and it suggests that I can easily add them to my home. And let's press Finish, and it is ready. The server is running, and now it's your job to personalize it however you want. Now you can connect devices to your server. You can create automations and create control panels. You can connect smart displays like this terminal to create your control panels. Now you have a server that you can do anything you want with. Connect all your devices to it, and it will work completely offline. Now it is fully independent. It works for free. You have control over your data. You can create your own smart home really easily and quickly. You only need to connect 2 cables from the website, enter a few parameters in the fields, and your server is ready to work. I showed you in another video how to connect this display to your smartphone, but I will show you how to install ESPHome on your server because you need it to control your smart panel. You already have ESPHome installed. You can check more details in the video about this display. So if you go to Settings, Apps, Install App, and search for ESPHome, you'll find the ESPHome device builder here, install it, and by default, it is enabled to start on boot. You could also turn on the watchdog. Let's start it manually for the first time. You can also show it in the sidebar for easy access. And now it is starting. We just have to wait a short time for it to start for the first time, and then it is ready. We can select whether you are a beginner or an expert, and here we can turn on a guide on how to configure your devices. Here you can switch the language, and from this point I have already shown what to do next in the video about this display, how to connect it and how to grant it permissions so that it has access to control your devices. So Home Assistant Green is a perfect device for easily hosting your own Home Assistant at home. You don't need any special knowledge. You just have to connect 2 cables, open the browser or the mobile app, and you can configure your own Home Assistant really easily and quickly. It is working, and after that the rest depends on you. What devices do you want to connect to your Home Assistant? What do you want to automate? You can do whatever you want with your smart home. And if you need additional dongles, you have 2 USB-A ports here, so you can connect dongles for Zigbee, Thread, Z-Wave, or any other protocol you want to use in your smart home. You can even connect RF receivers, read from your energy meter, your power usage, or you can also connect to your water meter or gas meter and read the data using wireless Modbus if your meter supports it. The options are unlimited, but getting started is really easy with this Home Assistant Green. And that's all for today. Like, subscribe, and be nice.